Hello and welcome to the Helios blog. My name is Helios, here for another reaction video. Today, Jon Zherka gets into a heated debate with twin models. Let's get into it.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
All right, we're done. We're done. Now check this out. Yo, they shouldn't be able to vote.
The topic is, how do you see women? You see women as just to him and give kids and stay in the basement?
Wear hijab.
Well,
No,
yeah,
there's
that's
more
where
to
they're
a woman. There's more to a woman than
like
kids.
what?
There's way more.
Like
That's
what?
why you're
Like
sitting
what?
here with.
Yeah, Jon's just saying stuff to say stuff, guys. Like it's like he's the best troll right now, in the best troll today. He's just saying what annoys these girls because he wants to get a reaction out of them for views. Like, I think 90% of his beliefs he doesn't actually believe.
With a little
Like what?
Leadership,
Like what? Like what?
teamwork, a lot of things. Mental stability. A man, he can't. He panics.
A man can't be great without his king. How does chess work?
These girls are like a total disaster. Just the way they talk.
Woman,
How does chess work, Mr. Einstein?
You're the best.
Wait,
How does chess work, Mr. Einstein?
Your ego.
How does chess work?
Guys,
How does chess work?
They're both just like shouting. Wonderful. Great showing, girls.
All right, let's just do statistics. Do you like facts?
How does chess work? Tell me that.
Hold on.
Answer the question.
Here's how chess works.
How does it work?
The useful queen still sacrifice.
queen,
We
not the
still
useful-
sacrifice
the
your ass for the
useful-
king. That's how fucking
useful
useless
queen.
you are.
You can't
And the
lose- you
king
lose
is
the game if
broken
you don't
leg.
have
He
a
just
queen.
hops.
You lose the game if you don't have a queen.
Fortune 500 companies.
You lose the game.
All Fortune 500
With no
companies.
queen.
The highest.
That's not true, actually. You can win the game without a queen. You can't win the game without a king. The whole point is the king is the leader and can even sacrifice the strongest piece for victory. And by the way, the queen isn't actually called the queen in all variants of chess. In some variants, like the original, it was called the vizier, or the main advisor, or the equivalent of a wizard. So it's only in medieval Europe that they began to adopt the term queen for that piece. But it actually wasn't called the queen in every variant of chess with the same rules.
Level companies on earth, all
You
Fortune
lost.
500 companies, all of them by gay dudes.
No, it's successful.
By
wives.
gay dudes.
What is your
If you're gay and you don't have a woman bothering you,
He's
you go
trying
to
say that we're
billions
the
of
Satanists.
dollars.
You're
Don't
just
be
bringing
gay.
up
That was funny.
gay people.
But no,
You're
as a
the
Muslim-
same.
I'm not saying be
You say
gay,
Christ is king, but you talk about gay people. And
but I'm not
Satan.
endorsing being gay. I'm showing
all of it.
I'm showing you the
Endorsing all of it.
I'm showing
This is corruption. What are you trying to teach the world?
Disaster. Yeah, these girls aren't letting him get a single word in. 2 against 1 and just being harpies. Actually, let me quote Kevin Samuels here. In every debate, there'll be one agent whose sole purpose is to not let the conversation advance. Through any technique possible, they'll try to stall the conversation. And why? What's the point of stalling the conversation like that? Well, if the conversation is stalled, then nothing gets done. If nothing gets done, then the state remains. The exact state that has always been. You know the adage, if you've always done as you've always done, you'll always be as you've always been, right? All right, let's do the shilling. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all for notifications. Drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian R, Tom M, and Bobby. Shoutouts to him, being the most recent joiner of Patreon. I appreciate it. Also, go buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Shoutouts to Curry Kid, being the most recent purchaser of Strategist Guide to Seduction. That's wonderful, thank you. Go to my Patreon and subscribe, patreon.com/theheliosblog. Share this video, and if you'd like to support me on the podcast, just go to the description box in the podcast itself, scroll down to the supporter page. It says something Buzzsprout, okay? It'll be under support the show. All right. Shitting is done. Let's continue.
Because if you
What are you teaching kids?
if you go with the
Christ is king, but you talk about gay people and Satan?
You see what I'm saying? It's just being deliberately difficult. Wait, what is it? Let's go to our logical fallacies here. Okay. No, it's not special pleading. Oh, loaded question. Asking a question that has a presumption built into it so that it can't be answered without appearing guilty. There it is. Logical fallacy.
Which is the point? What is
How do
the
you
point you're
not
trying to
get what I'm
prove?
saying?
I'm so confused.
the statistics show that men who are players, not with a woman or gay, or not around a woman to fuck shit up,
What statistics?
they just fuck them and leave, or they don't fuck them at all.
So
like
why are
gays.
you copying them?
These
Does it
guys,
make you gay?
I'm not copying them. I have a girl. But check this out. Fortune 500 companies are either run by players who abandon their wives.
Pull up the statistics that you're.
Oh my lord. Okay, wait. Where's the please pull up the statistics that you're saying? Right. Okay. Another logical fallacy that this girl just used is called tu quoque, avoiding having to engage with criticism by turning it back on the accuser, answering criticism with criticism.
High value men abandon their wives for a reason
what
because
statistics?
hold up,
These are
bro.
highly successful.
All
men.
successful men who are at the top, every single day they're in meetings with men. There's no women, and they see their wife once a week if they're in the same fucking country, and that's what you got to do. That's how you got to be successful. Women have never built a man's company ever.
Are you? That's not true.
Ever.
Prophet
Never.
Muhammad's wife. Prophet.
False. The only time girls build a man's company is when the man is like, telling the girls what to do, basically. So, like, if they are just being like worker bees, effectively, which is what happens in a lot of businesses in 2023, right?
Prophet Muhammad
What-
sallallahu alaihi
what
wasallam.
company?
Every great leader, every great man before him, he was broke.
No,
She had her own multiple companies.
Yeah, but we're not doing
and she set
fiction.
him up.
We're not
That's
doing
not
fiction. We're not
That's
doing
in
fiction.
actual history.
Today, in
Incited history.
2023,
Please.
name a woman that boosted their man.
1,044
And
years
don't
ago.
you dare say Kim Kardashian. She destroyed him
What's
at
her
the
name
end.
off Shark Tank? Barbara.
Kardashian.
Shout out Barbara. Shout out Barbara. She started off as
Okay, so let's this is another logical fallacy, by the way. What they're going to say here. Where is it? Oh, anecdotal, of course. This is a classic. Using personal experience or an isolated example instead of a valued argument, especially to dismiss statistics. So, just because there's one girl that's done it doesn't mean that all women in general tend to do it, right? And we're not talking about the wild exceptions to the rule. We're talking about a tiny fraction of the population that sometimes does it for one guy. That doesn't mean women do that. It's like saying one person out of a million or whatever, 10 people out of a million were born without a leg. Therefore, people don't have leg. People have only one leg. It's an utterly ridiculous presumption.
a waitress, and then she believed in herself because her stupid ex-husband, when he let her in the business, he
Real estate business.
he let her go to replace her with another woman.
You can tell that these girls, like, all they do is watch, like, reality TV. Because that's how they talk. They talk like the reality TV shows that they watch. They're a disaster.
Barbara.
And and so she left him and started her own business,
now
became a
she's
multi-billionaire, and is married and helped her husband
richer
out.
than him.
You know what's
And
crazy
she's
is
a
that
Shout out Barbara.
she's so little known that she's
She's
the
on Shark Tank every week.
Yeah,
Shark
no,
Tank
check this
Barbara.
out.
Right next to Mark Cuban.
In the billion,
Right next to him.
in the
Bro, if you
let's say there's
want men and
1,000.
women,
You see? So when he tries to argue, they just talk. They just talk really loud. What is that called? That's a form of filibuster, right? It's like in the government, right? If you don't want a person to contribute to a debate, what you do is you go up to the stand, you know, where you're supposed to make your point, and you just keep talking and talking and talking until the whole meeting time has run out. And they can't kick you off because you haven't finished your point, right? So they're just using a form of filibuster tactics. They don't want to be responded to. They want their opinion to be the only one that's heard. And so they're doing filibuster. So again, more logical fallacies.
To just not have like the beautiful interaction that they can have with each other, then that's fine.
You like men?
Also, the person, the podcast host is not doing a single thing to you know, make sure that this is actually a debate where people are discussing ideas. He's just letting them talk and shout over the person when he's trying to get his point across. Ridiculous.
Do you want to be around men 24/7, or do you want to be around?
Let me answer Barbara first.
Barbara's a boss.
Let's say there's
Barbara the boss.
Let's say there's, for the sake of the
Anecdotal
argument,
Boss.
let's go into the hypothetical. There's 1,000 billionaires on Earth. She's at the bottom of the barrel. That's how much of a loser she is. She's not chilling with Bill Gates. She's a fucking loser. If there's a woman, there's a billionaire, which they don't even exist. But if there's one, she's at last place. Just like in Twitch, the top 1,000 channels are literally men. And check this out. The biggest streamer, Pokimane clickbait. Here's the clip. Pokimane had less subscribers than Zherka at one point, where I beat her on the leaderboards. I was the highest paid affiliate on Twitch at 7,000 subscribers.
Zherka.
She had fucking 5,900, and I wasn't working hard. I was sad. The point is, you got millions of followers, and you're losing to some fucking cokehead with 200,000 followers.
You know-
Get the fuck out of here. You're on TV and movies, and yo, check this out. Pokimane's viewer count is so tiny compared to medium streamers, let alone the people she's supposed to be with, the tops, the XUCs, the Kais. Bro, you women lose everything.
Well, I mean, there is a reason for this. The reason is because, I mean, I'm going to quote Fresh and Fit here. Women tend to be lazy in terms of resource acquisition, right? Because women are not valued on their ability to get money like men are, or their ability to create stability. Women are valued on their beauty and their femininity and so on. And so as a result of this, women are less likely to compete with men for actual resources. And so even female streamers that are supposedly successful, they're less successful than men that are actually trying to be successful at the top, right? Because again, also there's more. What women tend to do when they have money is they don't think about investing it. Of course, there are exceptions, but usually they'll think, oh, I've made $1,000 this month. That's all I need for the rest of the month, so I'm not going to work anymore, right? But that's not how men work. Men think, if I make $5,000 this month and $5,000 next month and do that for 10 years, I don't have to work forever. That's the difference. All right, let's continue.
Statistically proven, by 2040, majority of the bosses in America will be women. So
What a surprise. Yeah, strong, independent boss babes, and they'll be so happy with no children, cats, and boxed wine.
until that day, 2040, they're a broke man living on the
Target.
streets.
2 million. Amaranth is fire.
There's no engineers. Women can
Amaranth? I actually know who that is. That's basically an OF girl on Twitch. Yeah, what? And that's touted as a successful example that women should be following? Are you kidding me?
cannot become
There's
engineers.
plenty of
Name
women
one.
engineally. So many.
What are you talking
I
about?
can't even
There's
name
so
them.
Actually, name one male engineer.
Okay, one male in. Oh, I know.
He got fired.
Name
Why?
one.
Well, what the fuck?
You want
Nikola Tesla.
to know what? I just think it's so crazy that you
even say
pit
it.
men and women against
I'm gonna
each
need-
other.
yo, I
but we
don't
could
drink
all
alcohol,
just, like,
but
love each
I need
other.
Oh my lord. Oh, we had to drop into the debate with our virtue signaling. Great. Yeah. What is this here? Yeah. Again, it's not really I mean, this is a form of ad hominem attack, right? You're a bad man, right? We could all be loving each other, right? It's attacking the person's character, but really what this is I'm bored of this debate. Everybody pay attention to me and look at what a great person I am. We can all love each other.
Love each other. That's the
Yeah,
gayest shit I've
Love
ever
each other.
I don't
Find
care.
love.
Dude,
Find a woman that loves
I
you.
like
the devil.
Disaster.
They
to
love
have
the
a
devil.
boy and try and understand him.
Boy? Yeah. And she has different colored eyebrows. Lovely. Yeah, perfect. No red flags there. Yeah, if she refers to men as boys, it's done.
Or a man, like I like to be around a man because we're so different, and I like to try and understand
And
him.
look, she changed immediately. You know why? Because she's more concerned with virtue signaling, how the audience sees her, than what's actually happening here. And meanwhile, the podcast host is like, what have I done? He's like questioning all his life choices here.
And see how he
How to make
feels
each other
and like
better.
nurture him and like have that support. It was just a general.
You guys want this love?
They're just talking to talk. Which logical fallacy is that? Okay, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, anyway, let's continue.
And stuff because you need us, but we literally get rich without you. When
By the way, if you guys are pro at these logical fallacies, just drop them in the comments, because I'm not so good that I can identify them immediately. I'm practicing right now. I literally have a webpage that says it's talking about logical fallacies, and I'm trying to point out, I'm practicing so that in the future I can name them immediately.
When you look at the richest
So do we.
businessmen, it's after a breakup.
need
You look at
need
the
a
best
woman.
bodybuilders. When
A
you
man
go,
needs a
the
woman.
most
You need
money
to-
I've
Okay, a man needs a woman for what? Does he need a woman for making money? This is, what is it? Black and white. Two alternative states are presented as the only possibilities when in fact more possibilities exist. There you go.
ever
that.
made in my life grinding.
You need
the
to admit
most
that
money
man
I've
needs
ever
a
made,
woman. You need
locked
to admit.
down.
So you act like you
No
need to
need
admit
that
a
year and a
woman.
half.
You need to admit
I was
a man
celibate
needs a woman.
almost 2 years. Almost 2 years.
You need to admit a man needs a woman because that is.
Men and women are better together than they are apart. True. But there are qualifiers to this. Girls like you, definitely not. Definitely not. I wouldn't personally sleep with you with another man's you-know-what. And there's a reason why. Because the way that you argue and the way that you talk is full of... What's the word? They're bad arguers. They argue in bad faith. They don't even try to argue the point. All they are is, to quote Kevin Samuels, sign languages, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Not one time has deference been shown to anybody here. Not one time has polite conversation happened. Not one time. And look, that girl's standing, like, the podcast host is doing nothing to stop them. Do you see, guys? What you allow is what you accept. Notice, the podcast host is allowing this, and therefore this disaster is happening. Does that or does that not make the case for being a strong man in 2023? You tell me.
It's true. So you want to be gay.
Listen to the word need.
So you want to get you want
That's an ad hominem.
to make a child. So you're need gay. Because if you want to be successful, like for real success.
Nope. You become successful, then women are attracted. Not the other way around.
Successful. I'm not
You're
talking about
saying
money.
need.
Successful as a human being. You
saying-
definitely.
Right. What is that? Successful as a human being. Right. So you're not successful as a human being unless you're with a woman. I don't even know what that is. Judging something good or bad on the basis of where it comes from or whom it comes? Genetic?
Need a
bro.
woman. Yeah. You need that balance, that feminine balance into your life because you're so masculine and egotistical. You need that.
I see. You're so masculine and egotistical. Another ad hominem. False cause. Presuming that a real or perceived relationship between things means that one is the cause of the other.
balance.
Here's the truth, and it's gonna hurt. Don't cry.
I'm not gonna cry. No, you cry.
The man, no man on earth needs a woman.
That's not true.
The only reason you're there is so you give him some
Wait,
milk.
why do you hate
Just
us
let
so
me
much?
answer, bro.
No,
Stop
why do you
losing,
hate,
bro.
Why do you
Stop.
hate women
guys
so
are-
much?
Yeah, literally. They're losing immediately. The second he says half his point, the girls are exploding.
Losers, bro.
Why do you hate
Yo, Chad,
us?
let me
Why?
talk. These guys
Why?
are coping
Who
losers,
hurt
bro.
you?
These guys are coping
Who
losers.
hurt you?
The only
Who hurt you?
reason
I'm so
a
sorry
man
that we
marries
hurt
a
you.
woman is so we can get some fucking kids.
No.
For everything else, they're fucking
So
useless.
you're telling me you
Fucking
don't want
useless.
to feel loved by a woman?
No, that's
All
gay
right.
as
So then
fuck.
why were you in a
Okay. Obviously, that's false. He's saying that for the camera because it's funny, right? Or, you know, supports the image he's trying to portray. Yes, men enjoy being loved by a good girl, but girls like this are incapable of love, right? Like, girls that shame, insult, use guilt, they need to be right every second. These are not the kind of girls that men look for as wives. They're argumentative, combative, they're disrespectful, disagreeable, and honestly, they're not even dressed feminine. So who are they trying? Like, they're so steeped in the cultural narrative that they don't understand that they've already lost before the conversation has even begun.
In a relationship.
So I can practice to get married?
Begun, sorry.
I don't want to be
So she was just a
practice.
practice.
A woman.
Right. So the girl says, because I wouldn't marry you, no girl would marry you, which is what? Anecdotal, right? Anecdotal, or no. There's one that says, if one thing, then all things. Okay. Marry who? Okay. Yeah, no, it's anecdotal. It is. Using personal experience or an isolated example instead of a valid argument. Yeah, so saying, because I wouldn't do it, nobody would. Which is, again, logical fallacy.
So you're going to be gay if you don't practice.
But am I getting married because I need to, or because I need fucking kids?
Because you're going to be gay.
So you're gonna get married because you need kids. No.
That's the whole point. That's
So
what
your kids are gonna
pro-life
grow up in a
is.
toxic
That's what
ass
being
household.
a Christian is.
No, you get married, yes, to have family, but it's not. But
No, I get married to
be
listen to you
loved
guys right now. This is what
Literally.
you guys sound like, bro.
So you get married just to talk
Actually,
to other
I swear to
women?
God,
So you're a cheater.
I would rather cut my wrists than listen to women like this living with me. I'd rather get.
I mean, I wouldn't use such strong phrasing as that, but these girls are definitely avoid at all costs. Guys, I mean, Fresh and Fit would say recreational use only, but I wouldn't even say that. I would say avoid at all costs. If you want to maintain your sanity, you need your sanity till you die. If you want to maintain your sanity, you avoid girls like this.
Whipped 40 times a week, not in one day, that's too much. I would rather get jumped by 10 men than be forced to live with women like this. That's fucking, and these are the traditional ones. That's how bad it is. Dude, you know what's crazy?
That's a hard time. We're not giving you a hard time.
Crazy?
Excuse me? How dare they say that? We're not giving you a hard time. Just think about the lack of self-awareness that such a statement says. Just think about that for a second. Yeah, you guys want to deal with someone like that? Disaster.
You know what's crazy? Bro, I'm busy podcasting. I gotta be a millionaire. Look how they try and take away from my money. Yo, stay, we're almost done. Check this out. Check this out. We're gonna do behind the scenes footage too. What the fuck is a woman's problem, bro?
She's molesting you.
Come on.
What?
Come on.
Look at the viewer count.
What is she doing? What is she doing? So what? She takes illicit substances and now suddenly she can just do whatever she wants? I don't understand. What are you doing? Go take a seat.
Look at the viewer count.
Smile.
Look at the woman ruining the viewer count. Grace, sit down. Grace.
10,000.
No, it's not. It's 2 something. It's been at 2. It's been at 2.
Grace, sit down, drink alcohol, and do some.
I don't want it. You've been running your mouth.
Oh my
forever,
god.
dude.
Yeah, because I don't make money showing my tits. I gotta run my mouth. Go sit down and please. You're ovary blocking my finances, bro. Let me try and get some clips, bro. Panda, restrain her, Panda. Panda.
Okay, 7 minutes.
What does that mean?
So, like 7 minutes, you can run. Don't touch me.
See,
What is happening right now? What is this? So again, girl has such lack of boundaries that she thinks that that's okay. She's putting her hands on the guy, physically trying to stop him from talking. What is happening right now?
And that's where the twit longer comes in.
leave for real.
Okay, Panda, how
Oh,
long
she's asking him to hang out because, of course, she finds him attractive and she wants to hang out. I see.
was the podcast? Tell her.
About
It's
10 more
not mine.
minutes.
It's not my podcast. It's a nigga's podcast.
Yo, what the fuck? Why you say it like
This
that?
is this
Why
is
can't you just say
this
his
is
name?
this is crazy. All I'm trying to say is,
No,
look
she
at this is
wants
a.
to talk to you.
I don't give a
Talk to her.
fuck, bro. I don't
Talk
care
to
if you're
her.
my wife. I don't give a
No,
fuck. I want
talk
to make
to
money.
her.
You fucking
No,
losers.
you
Never.
make money
Women
with her.
never make Fortune 500 companies because they want to play and do retard shit. These girls want to go to their Fisher Price. These girls want to, bro. And magenta doesn't exist. We don't see that color. You guys are retards. Focus on the money, boys. Women will destroy you. Chill with Panda, but don't be gay. Don't be Dunkel and Panda.
Don't be a you.
Nigga, don't be done.
Hey, a lot of people
Don't
are gonna
be-
say, "Oh, it's Grace. She's just a party. It's not just Grace. The traditional Muslim women will run you bankrupt as well. It's 2023. Let go of
Indeed.
it. The
You need to
traditional
fall in
women
love with a woman
the
and
tradi-
move on and
the
stop being hurt
traditional
by
women
women.
have
Stop
been
being hurt.
fucked.
We're so sorry that we
Traditional
hurt
women
you.
will
and they're not
Beat your ass.
virgins.
Sorry.
They're lying to you.
We're so
These
sorry
two are
that
not
we hurt
virgins.
you and that women hurt
I
you.
like I
I am.
and drag you off.
We're so sorry because she could easily,
Panda,
she could easily turn.
Imagine a girl being this entitled and angry and annoying and having to deal with that, having to marry that. Oh, I haven't slept with anyone, therefore I can say and do whatever I want. Yeah, okay. See ya. My lord. Alright, let's end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all for notifications. Drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian R, Tom M, and Bobby, the most recent Patreon subscriber. Thank you. Go buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Shoutouts to Curry Kid being the most recent purchaser of Strategist Guide to Seduction. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. I already talked about going to my Patreon, patreon.com/theheliosblog. You can support me on the podcast as well. Just click the link in the description of the podcast episode. Scroll down to support the show and you'll see a Buzzsprout link. You can support me there as well. And of course, share this video. Thank you so much for listening, especially if you listen to the end. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.